A holiday scene straight out of a storybook. A family gathered around the piano, listening to the sweet voice of a 6-year-old girl.
Thanksgiving to our family was like the highlight of the year.
On that night in November 2009, more than a dozen of Jim and Muriel Sitton's relatives celebrated at their Florida home.
We had dinner. We all ate together. And then after dinner, we had dessert. And then we all came to the piano.
Led by their daughter Makayla, the family sang together. After, as the party broke up, the Sittons tucked Makayla in bed for the last time.
911 emergency, Jupiter, where's your emergency?
I should have to come to...
What's going on there, ma'am?
There's someone with a gun.
My wife lost her only child, her precious little girl, in a horrible way, murdered in her bed.
Paul Marriage, Muriel Sitton's cousin, is accused of a shooting rampage inside the home, killing his twin sisters and Muriel's mother. Before fleeing, police say he opened fire in Makayla's room. Marriage, who had a history of mental illness, rarely took part in family gatherings. That night, he was a last-minute guest.
What happened to the Sittons can only be described as the worst possible nightmare a parent can imagine. Sadly, it's a nightmare more parents are waking up to.
Since 1950, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention reports sharp declines in all causes of death among children under 15, except homicide. Ariel DiMenino is a CDC statistician.
You can see that the rates have actually increased, and but this is not the case for overall mortality in this group, which has gone down considerably.
Along the shimmering waters of Florida's Atlantic coast, the Sittons' home is a monument to Makayla. They keep her room just as it was the day she died.
How could we leave this house? You know, how could you leave Makayla's room or repaint it and turn it into an office or something? That's like erasing all those memories. I mean, I don't understand how. I mean, everyone mourns differently, but that would be really sad to not have her things.
The Sittons have more than just memories. Makayla loved to write. She always wanted to be an author. One day, Muriel recorded her daughter telling a story.
It had her voice, and it was a beautiful story, and she even started it out with The Bear's Castle by Makayla Joy Sitton.
The Bear's Castle, written by Makayla Joy Sitton.
Book illustrator Tyler Hollis, who also lost a daughter, helped the Sittons publish Makayla's story.
It's not just her story, it's everybody's story. Any mother who's ever lost a child.
The Sittons have also launched a foundation in Makayla's name to help provide music and dance lessons for kids. All of it only starts to ease the pain.
We're here without her, and it's a daily battle to want to go on.
This house used to be full of little girl giggles and the energy of a little girl. And it was a home, you know, and now it's just an empty house. I mean, can you hear that? It's just deadly silent.
Never to be filled with that sweet voice ever again. Jason Bronis, The Associated Press, Jupiter, Florida.